Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today's mistake comes from the Daily English Show. On last Friday's show, in the conversation, I talked about the black stuff that's outside my apartment building, and I called it asphalt. And then when I was editing the show, I looked the word up in the dictionary to check the spelling, and I discovered that it's actually supposed to be pronounced asphalt. I was surprised because I think I've been saying asphalt all my life, and I wondered, is it just me or do other people say it like that as well? So I did a search for asphalt spelt incorrectly, and it came up with a lot of results, so I don't think it's just me. And Hikosaemon left a comment saying that he pronounced it like that too, and maybe it's a Kiwi thing. So I wonder, how do you pronounce this word? And have you ever heard anyone say asphalt before? Today I also thought I'd tell you about my latest language learning experiment. Last month in June I did a vlogging experiment, and that was about making mistakes and learning from the mistakes. And I asked people to help me and correct my Japanese, and a lot of people were kind enough to help me. This month I've been doing another experiment, and this time it's not about learning from mistakes, and I'm not asking anyone to correct my mistakes. This time it's about writing, and just writing for pleasure and enjoying the language. So I opened a new Twitter account for this experiment, which is going to be for 1 month, and I started at the start of July. And the rule is every day I have to write 5 tweets or updates. And I'm not worrying at all about whether my Japanese is perfect or not. It's just about really trying to enjoy using the language. And it's been going really well. I've been enjoying it, and I think this is another good exercise for language learning. Of course, sometimes it is really useful to try and write perfect sentences and learn from your mistakes. But I think sometimes it's also useful to not worry about that at all and just relax and enjoy the language. So feel free to check out what I've been writing on Twitter if you can read Japanese. Although even if you can read Japanese, you probably won't be able to understand half of what I've written, because half of it's just me making stupid jokes that no one can understand except me. A few days ago, Snow Blanco left a comment recommending a site called Yep. Thank you for telling me about that site. I went and checked it out, and it's really good. It's a site for kids with a whole lot of songs and stories and games. I read a story called Billy the Bully, which I thought was good. So go and check that site out, and if you have a site that you recommend, please leave a comment or send me an email. Kia ora, in Stick News today, a woman's attempt to smuggle cocaine into the United Kingdom failed because she didn't know what a handicap was. A 23-year-old English girl arrived at Manchester Airport with some golf clubs. Airport staff asked her what her handicap was, and she apparently thought they were questioning her about a disability. Custom officials then checked inside the clubs and found £83,000 worth of cocaine. The girl is now going to spend the next 4 years in prison. And that was Stick News for Wednesday, the 15th of July. Kia ora. Today's word is handicap. Do you know what a handicap is? I don't play golf and I don't know much about it, but I know that a handicap is some kind of number, and people who play golf usually ask each other, what's your handicap? And then they make a comment on how impressive that is. So what does the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary say about a handicap in golf? An advantage given to a weaker player so that competition is more equal when they play against a stronger player. It is expressed as a number related to the number of times a player hits the ball and gets lower as she improves. How many followers do you have? Yeah. Only one? What a loser. What do you mean? Then why would they follow you? Does it work? On my new Twitter account? 1. Yeah. Actually, I have about 5, I think. But most of them are just spam. I mean, they're not following me because they actually want to read what I've written. Because they want me to follow them back or go and check out their site and then hopefully buy whatever they're selling. Yeah, I guess so. Otherwise they wouldn't do it. Doesn't really work on me though. The powdery residue left after the burning of a substance. A. Ash. B. Ashamed. C. Ashen. D. Ashore. E. Asinine. Ash. On land as opposed to at sea. Ashore. Feeling shame or embarrassment about somebody, something, or because of something you have done. Ashamed. Stupid or silly. Asinine. Very pale with shock, fear, or illness. Ashen. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.